All right. Let's do sleepers, breakouts, and busts. How about that? Heath, who's your favorite sleeper tight end? We'll go Heath, Dave, Jamie.
I should have had. You said ADP, Freiermuth and Njoku are both outside of round 10, right?
I think Freiermuth is at the round 9-10 turn, and Njoku's in round 10.
So I will say David Njoku. And it's kind of weird to call him a sleeper because I think like if he's as good as he was last year in round 10, that is a sleeper. He'll be a tight end 6, tight end 7. He was basically the same as Evan Ingram last year. I do think they're going to throw a lot more. I don't necessarily believe that the tight end targets are going to disappear because they've been there in Kevin Stefanski's system. And so I expect he's going to have somewhere in that 80 to 95 target range. And if Deshaun Watson becomes Deshaun Watson again, actually I haven't projected for 103, so a little higher than that, then those targets could be worth a lot more.
Dave, your favorite sleeper tight end?
Dalton Schultz. His ADP on NFC over their last 17 drafts, his last few days, is 134th. I think he's going to return pretty good value on that. I like the opportunity that he's got to continue being a primary target, especially with a rookie quarterback in an offense. This is the 49ers West Coast system. They utilize tight ends quite a bit out there. And he's been a red zone threat for years. He was in Dallas a couple of years ago. He had a ton of touchdowns. He could revert to that. We talked about that with Freiermuth. Schultz is in the exact same camp.
Do you also feel like he could have been included in that not super high ceiling conversation, Dalton Schultz?
Yes.
Okay.
But I view him as a little bit safer. Doesn't have the ceiling of like Pitts or Hawkinson or even Waller. But I think he could be a safe PPR tight end.
Jamie, your favorite sleeper tight end?
I mean, just based on ADP, I'll take Kincaid. The opportunity to be the big slot receiver and play a big role with Josh Allen for a team that didn't really add a lot to its receiving core. I like the setup for him. So, great opportunity to take somebody of his potential with a late round pick.
Now, I to go a little bit deeper here, that Arizona tight end room is so interesting. Zach Ertz in the first 6 games of the season without Hopkins, he was on pace for 99 catches and 144 targets. He was a must-start guy. McBride finished the season pretty strong, played 76% or more of the snaps in each of his last 8 games, played 83% or more in each of his last 4 games. Trey McBride is going into his second year. He had 90 catches and 1,100 yards as a senior in 2021. Anybody looking at that Arizona tight end room? You got Ertz, yes. 33 years old, and November coming off a torn ACL.
He was originally going to be who I was going to say as a sleeper. McBride, but I just love the ADP for Schultz, and Schultz will get drafted more often. McBride is like one of 7 tight ends that we've barely talked about so far, who might be on the waiver wire to begin the year and then end up being a fantasy starter by the midseason.